It might not seem like it at first, but the Tesla Model 3's actually got a lot of storage space in it for camping and road trips. And just for a point of reference, with the rear seats folded down, I can sleep back there with all of my camping gear next to me, no problem. And that's not even getting into the frunk storage, the sub-trunk compartment, or even adding roof racks and a cargo pod. The trunk's opening is roughly 99 centimeters by 76 centimeters, with a depth of 46 centimeters with the rear seats up, or 160 centimeters with the rear seats folded down, plus or minus because of your front seat positions. And the amount of weight that the trunk can handle is pretty reasonable at 425 kilograms. The rear seats fold pretty flat, so you can use that entire space to either store something big and large or for sleeping like I do. And under the trunk, there's a sub-trunk compartment. Normally that's where you'd keep a spare tire. It comes in at 35 centimeters wide by 34 centimeters deep and 30 centimeters high. That little section's only rated to handle up to 25 kilograms, so nothing heavy. For now, I just keep miscellaneous adventure stuff in there. I've got a cloth for cleaning off the cameras, I've got washer fluid, I've got my privacy screen, and I've got my traction boards. For full-time adventuring though, a lot of people, myself included in the future, opt to put a cooler or even a fridge in there. Since the Model 3 has a 12-volt socket up front in the center console, you can run a line from there all the way to the back where the fridge is. And because the Model 3 is an electric car, you also get a bit of storage space up front in the front. It's 76 centimeters wide and 53 centimeters deep. The height is tricky because with the curved hood when it's closed, it's not perfectly flat. It's about 30 centimeters at the tallest points and only 18 centimeters at the shortest points. And the Frunk has a max weight rating of 36 kilograms. For me, the Frunk is where I keep all of my charging equipment, like my extension cables, my adapters. With the rear seats up, the entirety of the Model 3 has a total cargo capacity of 684 liters. And if you fold the seats down, that's 1,340 liters. And potentially even more if you decide to cram stuff into the empty front passenger seat. So how does that compare to, say, more traditional gas-powered adventure vehicles? So I mean, obviously it's not going to beat the big boys, but I'd say it actually gets within spitting distance. The Jeep Cherokee gets 1,550 liters, and the Ford Bronco Sport gets 1,702 liters. So you are going to lose a bit of range if you add a whole bunch of extra weight. The Model 3 is estimated to lose between 1 and 2% of its range for every extra 50 kilograms it carries beyond the driver. So with a max rated payload of all the compartments at 486 kilograms, that could knock anywhere from 10% to 20% off of your expected range. And if all of that space isn't enough, you can add roof racks and a cargo pod, with the roof rated to handle an additional dynamic load of 75 kilograms. I really wouldn't recommend an external cargo pod though, as screwing with your car's aerodynamics is where you'll really see your range get nuked. At highway speeds with a bulky cargo pod up top, you could be losing an additional 20 to 30% of your range. That's almost a third, just from the aerodynamic impact, without even accounting for the weight of what's in the pod or in the car. With how much storage space the Model 3 has inside, I really don't think you need a cargo pod. And if you think that you do, it might be time to consider upgrading to a larger vehicle. For its size, the Model 3 has an absurd amount of storage space. Even with my full-on winter camping setup, capable of going on adventures for weeks, I don't come anywhere close to taking up that much space. In fact, it all fits in my trunk without even needing to fold the rear seats down. And if you want to see my setup in use, click the card.